Hello everybody and welcome back to another video of Dungeon Boss Respawn. This one took a while for me to make, mostly because I was having a lot of work and yeah. Anyways, the event is still going strong for 5 days, for 5 more days. It's the calendar event of Ancient and Fey Heroes. So we got 4 new Ancient and Fey Heroes. Complete the event quests for event tickets, yes, that's normal at the moment. Calendar keys from either the quests or from the treasure goblins. Yep, gold keys are the rarest. You should only open doors with gold keys. Few event dungeons that also give the tickets, the tokens for the event heroes. This is the calendar. Every day, if you use a gold key, you get 10 tokens of all of the 4 heroes, and I think the 400 XP potions times 5 or something. So not too bad, but not also like 400 XP potions are not really that good in the end game. Yeah, let's see. So we got the Enchanted Grove, the Mammoth Den, the Mage Mountain, and the Icy Reef. Each of them, if you run them, you get the new hero fully ascended and 6-starred. Just so you can test them out. And in my opinion, Koros, Gortusk, and Lily are pretty much worth to ascend and to star up to do the event dungeons to farm their tokens, since you can reset the tokens with gems. And Kelpie, I'm just doing Kelpie because I need her to be able to do the story for Lily. As it says, wait. Oh, it was only one that I needed. For this one I needed to have, it doesn't show anymore. But for the second part of the story, I had to have finished the second part of the story for another Fey hero. So let's take a look. So we got Koros, who is pretty much the best out of the 4. That's what I'm getting from the Discord, and also from my own, yeah, from what I think myself. They changed her. Now she's female, which makes pretty much no sense, because Koros in the mythological sense is male. It is a lion with a mane, so female lions normally don't have manes. But yeah, Netflix doing Netflix things. If it's magical, she eats it. If she's not sure, she eats it. I'm pretty sure she eats everything at this point. Indigo on the Manticore. Yeah, it's a Manticore. So she's fast. She has 25% less damage taken from magical attacks, 25% more damage to non-armored enemies, deals an additional 100% damage to caster and healer enemies, and when you deal damage to a caster or healer enemy, they lose 1 energy. This is a pretty much insane passive. Arcane Devourer, immune to silenced and immune to the effects of taunting while targeting enemies. And when you kill a caster or healer enemy, you gain 1 energy and heal for 10%. And then Tenacious Soul. After the first time Koros is defeated, she resurrects at 50% of her max health. And whenever Koros is resurrected, she gains 1 energy for each other ancient ally on the team. So yeah, she's ancient and warrior. The stats look pretty decent for 5 stars. The abilities are also pretty good. That's just a normal bite attack, which is not that big of a deal because, I mean, you can combo her with Hopper in theory. And I think a few other heroes also have stuff to boost bite attacks. Purging Pyre, ranged physical attack on all enemies for some damage. That purges up to 1 buff and applies 1 stack of burn. And then she gains Evading, plus 1 stack for each buff purged. So in theory she could go for 4 stacks of Evading with the first attack. Then Ignited Ingestion. Melee physical bite attack on target enemy for base damage that heals for 50% of the damage dealt or 100% if the target is burned. And then applies 2 stacks of burned. So this is a pretty strong heal for herself. And the Stupefying Sting. Melee physical attack on target enemy for base damage that applies stunned for 2 turns and 3 stacks of poison for 3 turns on hit. So they really went for the Manticore design. She has a stinger, tail, whatever. And stunned is really strong, so this is also very nice. Then we have Goretusk. He's an ancient and a tank. With the weight of an avalanche, Goretusk charges into battle. Yeah, I don't think that they changed anything about this. He's fast. He's hearty, so he has more max health. He's immune to chill and frozen and receives 10% less damage from enemies. See, he's a tank, so damage reduction is pretty good. He starts taunting. This is great. Now we have 2 ways of getting in theory 3 ways to gain a taunter at the start of a fight. We have Wrath, we have Goretusk, and we have Marrow with his passive. Mammoth Guard increases defense by 4% for all allies or 8% for ancient allies. Debuffs applied to this character last 1 less round. And he also reapplies taunting whenever another ally is defeated. So it's a pretty much perma-taunt. And Momentum, at the end of the round, this character gains 1 stack of Empowered. If this character has 5 stacks of Empowered, the damage is increased by an additional 100%. Which is pretty good. He has 11% damage reduction from the Insulated Woolies. A bunch of max health. So, pretty good tank. Swing just does some damage. Sweeping Onslaught applies prone and wounded on a crit, and then applies 1 stack of Empowered, so gaining more stacks is pretty good, so you get to the 100% bonus damage faster. Avalanche, ranged attack on target enemy for a bunch of damage that applies stunned for 2 turns, which is great. Deals an additional 50% damage to armored targets and starts powered if there are at least 2 other water allies on the team. So right now he synergizes a little more with water teams than with ancient teams, because I don't think we have that many ancients in the water category. But the ability is really great, especially with the stunned again. And we have Tusk Charge. Melee physical attack that applies 3 stacks of wounded, and if the target was defeated, all allies gain 1 stack of Empowered. So pretty good. A lot of Empowered gained. I don't have the plushie pal. Oh my god. I should have gone for all of the skins in the old game. And now we have Grove Guardian Lily. I only have her 3 stars right now because I didn't do too much of the story yet. Lily assigns 2 things most: the protection of the forest and the shrubbery. Okay. We have Verdant Growth. Starts with 1 stack of growth and increases max health and attack by 2%, and 1 stack gained at the end of each round. Can't be copied or stolen, max 8 stacks, so the normal thing for growth. Nature's Might, immune to poison, deals an additional 10% damage and receives 10% less damage from water heroes, which is nice. This character's attack and defense are increased by 5% for each other nature ally on the team, so a full nature team would probably be best for her. I mean, it didn't really change much from the original dungeon boss to this version, I guess. Dryad Drive starts with 1 additional energy for each other nature, plant and fey ally on the team. Whenever this character defeats an enemy, they gain 1 energy and 1 stack of growth, which is also pretty good passive. Wisdom of the Wilds increases skill by 5% for all nature, plant and fey allies. Buffs applied to nature, plant and fey allies last 1 additional round. So again, further going into the nature thing. So I think you could get a pretty defensive team with oh my god, what was his name? The Green Shade character. I would have to check. Mire. So you could get a pretty defensive nature team with like Mire, Lily, Moriko, and like Nubnub, I guess, just to get insane healing into it, I guess, as well. Oaken Defense starts dungeons in Oak form, which is really strong. If you ever played Dungeon Boss, the original, you know, Oak form had its time back then, and it definitely will have its time here, especially with all the fast light teams. So we have Nourishing Blast, which does a bit of damage. I mean, I don't have it leveled up yet. That heals for 100% of the damage dealt, which is great. Grove of Thorns, ranged physical attack that deals damage divided amongst all living enemies, so the less enemies, the more single target damage. Applies 2 stacks of prone on hit and 2 stacks of poison on for 3 turns to non-armored enemies. Okay, so again going against non-armored enemies. Pollen Cloud, ranged magical attack that applies 2 stacks of poisoned and applies stunned for 2 turns on hit to enemies who are already poisoned or prone. So in theory, let me check something. Yeah. So you could go an Aria Lily team. Just so you can go stunned immediately to anyone who isn't immune to debuffs. And one with Nature increases attack for all allies by 38% for 3 turns, and allies gain 1 stack of growth. Nature, plant and fey allies gain an additional 2 stacks of growth, then this character enters Oak form. So you actually have an ability to go back into Oak form, and it costs 5 turns. With a good amount of energy gain, you probably can cast this twice in a row. So you can make her pretty much invulnerable if you have a good amount of energy gain, as I said. And there I only have the standard skin, the Holiday Lily and the Grove Guardian Lily. And last and least, Kelpie Shells. They really killed her, I would say. She's now caster, fey and a plant. Waterlogged, there's no such thing as too much water. Kelpie Shells to Lily Blossom. She's waterborne, immune to chill, deals an additional 10% damage and receives 10% less damage from fire enemies. She starts with Foresight. She increases skill by 10% for all water allies. She receives 25% less damage from magical attacks, and Aquatic Advantage. This character's attack, defense, max health, and skills increase by 4% for each other water ally on the team. The problem being, water teams are already pretty much overcrowded, and there are a lot of better heroes, especially when it comes to the abilities. She doesn't really have any special stats. So shoot is just a basic ranged magical attack that doesn't do much anything. Strangling Seaweed is pretty okay. Ranged magical attack that applies exhausted and silence if it is a crit. It heals self for 50% of the damage dealt, then applies 1 stack of growth to self. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but yeah, it only heals herself, and she is, she's a caster, but it only heals herself, so. Adaptive Blast gains elemental advantage based on the target enemy's element for 3 turns, then makes a ranged magical attack, and it starts powered. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. Yeah, okay, elemental advantage is pretty decent, but the ability doesn't do anything else. It just does a little bit damage and that's it. And then we have Algae Wash. Cleanses up to 1 debuff from all allies, then makes a ranged attack that deals up to 1 buff on hit. Cleaning 1 debuff is pretty much useless, and stealing 1 buff can be good, but it costs 4, so you're not gonna have it up before round 2. So it doesn't really work out. I mean, she is not fast, she is normal speed, so if she even survives until then. So the verdict is, Koros is good, Goretusk is good, Lily could be good, doesn't really have a place in the meta right now, and Kelpie is pretty much useless at the moment. There probably is a niche team where you can play her, but other than that, okay, my tower is on cooldown. But I don't really have them leveled up as much as I would want to, so I don't really think there is a reason to show them in PvP. Yes. Yeah, since I'm like level 70 and they are level 57 or something, so yeah, 57. At least they're at 5 stars, but it's still pretty bad. Let's just go to a higher dungeon. 38. Now we can do a little bit better. 47. Oops. 47 would be. Let's do this. So we are going to go in with a full team of the new heroes. Since they're all ancient and fey heroes, we should at least have some buffs. So as you can see, Lily goes into her form immediately. Those are all casters. Yep. Double damage, gains energy, and removes their energy. The ability still has a 6 cooldown, so it is not an ideal hero to farm. I don't think we really need anything of this. Are they all casters? No, they're healers. Damn, this dungeon is really good for Koros. No, I don't want to use them. As you can see, the healing, pretty nice. So all in all, 3 out of 4 heroes are really good, which is nice to see. We don't really have anything to steal, so... Oh, a chest. Let's pick the middle. Gold, nice. Like 2,000 gold or something. Crazy. Yeah, 10k damage. Nice. Yeah, Goretusk is probably insane when it comes to damage at the end. Like if you have him at 6 stars and max level, he probably can go pretty nuts. An 8.5k. Yeah. And you saw, like, I didn't really use any abilities of Kelpie because it didn't make any sense to. Lily's ability didn't even come up like her last one, so no need to use it either. For PvP it might be something different, like if you can do a defense, like if you have, well, let's go, no wait, she's legendary so it doesn't really make sense. Like you. I'm not sure. Do I even need Goretusk for this? I don't know. I'll just set it as my defense. I mean, I'm not getting attacked anyways. Let's see if we get someone who I can actually attack. Here's Archon. I don't know what I did there. Let's go. Do I even gain anything if I bring you? Skill? Okay. No, it doesn't really do anything if I bring you. So let's just go like this. And just see if Archon just one-shots my whole team or if I'm actually able to survive a little bit. Oh, Deegan is also fast, I forgot. He did some decent damage, not too much. To be fair, he is under-leveled, so... Goretusk is gone. No! He survived, holy hell. Goretusk is insane. But he's also pretty much dead, so... yeah. No. Don't fear them. No. You can't revive from being feared. But this should be an easy win. I'll just finish it off like this. 2k damage, holy shit. His skill is so useless. Suicide bomb. And they even buffed it at some point. Pretty much full light team. Do I want to change something? I mean, does Archon even buff? Warrior allies. Warrior spirit. You are warrior. Okay, let's just keep it like this. Now we at least have a healer at the enemy team. So let's see. Does he remove the buffs first and then deals damage like he did in Dungeon Boss, or what way is it? Nope. He does damage first and then he removes the buffs. So, useless. Okay. You got one shot. And use you, that should kill Zen. Great. And yeah, Agnon doesn't really do anything against Goretusk, even though he was his natural counter in the original Dungeon Boss. Boom. And we did 2 PvP raids and we never got to 5 stacks on Goretusk. To be fair, we could use some help doing this. Oh. So we might want to get rid of Lily. And who do we want instead? That is a good question. I'm not sure that Grognok can actually survive. What are his stats? Pretty low. But I mean, Grognok could be good. Yeah, sure, let's just try it. Let's just see how it goes. This is gonna be a long video again. Okay, Grognok took basically no damage. That's nice. Oh, you can double stack Koros in round 1. This is insane. Do we get him on attack too? Not really. Let's freeze him. And no buffs to steal, but deals some damage. This is really bad. I don't have to heal yet. Probably won't get to it anyway. Let's heal a little bit. It healed basically nothing. Wow. My whole team is just running away. Now he's stunned, so he can't do anything. Yeah, the stun is really nice. Really nice. So yeah, Koros is worth it. Goretusk is also pretty much worth it. But you will need a lot of like. I mean, you could also have a pretty insane defense. She's silver. So you could run like a perma revive team for Koros. Like just Emily, Ember, Solaris and Koros. I'm not sure it is doing anything, but you could try it. Could be fun. Anyways, that is gonna be it for today. It's already 28 minutes, holy hell. Yeah, do your daily runs, do your quests. The event quests, I don't have any to do at the moment. In the shop you have the tokens. That's about it. Tickets, like the gems you can buy. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. You can ask me on Discord. I'm in the official Dungeon Boss Discord and I'm in the Infinite Discord. So in either one of them you can always tag me and ask me stuff. Otherwise, I will catch you with the next video. Bye bye.